Hi, welcome to MBA Mental Boost. This is your coach, Dr. Rosie. Today, we're talking about the importance of focusing on consistency over perfection. Now, perfectionism, I've spoken about before, it can be a mindset gremlin that is, really prominent for high performers. We want things to be perfect and we can get really frustrated when we're not getting where we want to get to. And we get so hung up on the outcome and grasping the outcome that we forget that it's all about taking consistent action, taking action every single day, no matter what that looks like for us. And, it's something I'm having to remind myself of as well, is focusing on taking those steps every single day, consistent, persistent action, inspired action, all of these things, but that it needs to be something that we do over and over and over and over and over again over time. And then that's going to lead us to the outcome. The thing is, if we get hung up on perfectionism, it's a mindset gremlin that gets in our way of taking action. It's kind of like a comfort. So the brain likes comfort. The brain will keep us small. And by the way, I really like to think of it as the brain. So it kind of disconnects us from, this is your brain, but you get to control what you feed your brain. You get to control what you tell it, what you decide to override when you can start to, get really aware of your thoughts, which was something I was talking about last week, being an observer of your thoughts. The beauty of being an observer of your thoughts is that you can then control that override. So personally, I like to think of it as like, oh, that's really interesting that my brain does that, because then it kind of disconnects it from me. It reminds me that actually I get to control this thing that's inside my head. So the brain likes to keep us small. It likes to keep us in that comfort zone. And that's where perfectionism comes from. I'll do this thing when it's the right moment, when everything's perfect, when everything's aligned, there's, the perfect opportunity, the perfect moment, only that will never ever come. But we'll tell ourselves it's okay because we're just waiting for that perfect time. Whereas actually, if we take action and we take consistent and persistent action, every single day, we step out of our comfort zone. Sometimes things are messy, sometimes we fail, but that's okay because we know that tomorrow we're just going to pick ourselves back up again. We're going to go again. What we do next matters. And so you release that kind of perfectionism. You also release that fear of failure because it doesn't matter if we fail. And we almost expect that by taking consistent action, we are going to fail sometimes along the way. But by taking consistent action, we're going to win more times than we're going to fail, because we're taking action, and each time we fail, we learn and we grow and we iterate and we change things. And so we're constantly growing, moving, evolving. When we get stuck in perfectionism, we're not moving. So consistency, I like to think of it as it's really good for our brain. Taking consistent action, being really clear, like I said in an episode last week about your why. So you're super, super clear on what your why is. You're also clear on your vision. You've got clarity. Then taking that consistent action is almost like it helps us to reduce that mental clutter. We don't get distracted by the outside noises. We don't get distracted by other things that come our way because we're super focused. We're clear. We're laser focused on where we're heading. And we know that we just need to take action. We need to take consistent action to get us there. So it takes time. And, this can be hard. This is the thing that our brain doesn't like. But what I want you to think about today in terms of taking consistent action is, what is the main thing for you right now? Where do you want to get to? What is your vision? What is your why? Going back to that previous episode, get super, super clear on that. And then keep the main thing the main thing. Like, you've got to stay laser focused on that. Now, I am saying this to you as much as I'm saying it to myself. I have to do the same thing as well. I've got a membership launching soon, which I will be telling you more about. I got stuck in perfectionism. It needs to be perfect. It needs to have hundreds of videos and content on there. No, it doesn't. I need to just get this out there. Rough and ready is fine. So I'm telling you, it's just as much as I'm saying to myself, keep the main thing the main thing. What's that focus? Reduce the distractions, eliminate the noise, check your progress, keep checking in. Where are you going? Where do you need to be making changes? And then set up those habits that are going to support you for success with your consistency. So things like time management, energy management. When you focus on consistency, you become process focused rather than outcome focused. The amazing thing is you're more likely to get to your outcome as a result. So you're going to push yourself out of your comfort zone. You'll do the work, you'll monitor progress, you'll make changes, and you'll show up for yourself. If you want accountability around this, hello, this is what I do. If you want support with clarity, I can help you with this. Reach out anytime, but consistency over perfection is key. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of MBA Mental Boost, the secret weapon to supercharging your performance on the court. If you found today's episode useful, don't forget to subscribe and share. You can connect with me over on any social platform. You can find me at Dr Rosie Mead. Until next time, go out there and dominate using the power of your mind. This is Dr Rosie, signing off.